Vanakkam, Vandanam, Suswagatam, Namaste, Namaskar, and hi. This month we are celebrating or observing the Autism Awareness Week. Uh, a week back, I had discussed about how the things need to be in our society, how we need to be a little more human. Today, I am with three very dynamic men who are changing the strides in the society and making it a better place for differently abled children, special children. Hi, and I am so happy to welcome Mr. Suresh, Major General Suresh, Mr. Sundarajan, and Mr. Ram. Hi to all of you. Thank you so much for being on the panel. It is such an honor that you are here. Thank you. I will start with Mr. Ram. Mr. Ram, a brief introduction about yourself.
Myself, a qualified chartered accountant, worked in the industry for close to about 32 years. I mean, two areas, functional areas. About 10 years back, I moved out of the corporate world. I got into teaching, and then now currently I'm a practicing management consultant, doing various assignments on various areas, which is finance, business consulting. Also, trying to focus now of late, focusing a little bit more on getting on the autism, trying to get some work done or train people with on the autism spectrum. Okay, this is where briefly I am. I'm also a managing trustee of Amaze Charitable Trust. And what I do in the trust is that I actually take care of the accounts and finance and other areas and some of the background work, and also take part in the fundraising aspects.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Sundarajan here. I am basically an engineer, and in the market, I'm a subject matter expert in heating and cooling related aspects are involved in all segments of industries. I am there to support them in various innovative technology, offering them solutions to the clients. This is my professional part of it. I'm also an entrepreneur, basically an entrepreneur, and working with the clients in the area of my specialization. This is who I am. I also am a president of Autism Society of India, which deals with children with autism. We are offering support to our parents in the area of advocacy related aspects, so that we having a problem with a child with autism, we see other parents' problem and then carry our activities as an Autism Society of India together. Well, also I'm a father of a 29-year-old boy with autism, and my daughter is 25 years. She has completed her MSc and she is pursuing research. My wife is a housewife, and this is how we are. Thank you.
I am Major General Suresh Krishnan here. I am a graduate engineer, and I have been in the engineering side of the Indian Army for about 37 years. I retired sometime in October 2012. And since then, we have been trying to, help our second son to settle down, because we were a bit late in identifying that he is on the spectrum, because of lack of awareness on our part, and also because we were moving too frequently from place to place. So we have had some issues. Of course, somehow or the other, we helped him graduate, become a graduate. But then sometimes it is quite a debatable thing whether that is right or wrong, etc., because sometimes the child wrong feeling that he is a graduate and that he is competent enough to face the world, but he does not realize where exactly he is standing. There are some deficiencies in him which is difficult for him to identify for himself, and he is not able to put across what, when, where as appropriately as required. I do understand that even many of the neurotypicals also have similar issues, and there are many neurotypicals also who have such issues. As I said, somebody actually, just a few days back, I was having a seminar with the Rotary Clubs of Secunderabad, and somebody said that, in fact, everybody is autistic to some extent. Maybe you're 0.5% or 0.005% or whatever it is, because everybody, like as you said, is a spectrum. So somebody is a little bit higher on the spectrum, somebody is a bit lower on the spectrum, and everybody has got some peculiarities, and everybody is different. So everybody has got some issues, which gets pronounced. But then, yes, so long as you're able to do your daily tasks without much help, that's great. As far as taking care of a child is concerned, my wife is the one who has really put in a lot of effort, because I was generally busy with my service life. And yes, water after us is a question that I need to address. As far as finance is concerned, that is one area, because if he does not know how to handle the finance, that is not at all, any meaning in it as such. So we are definitely looking for something as to what after us, and he is working. But yes, we normally do feel that even some of the best of corporates who say that we have sensitized everybody, it's not so, because they would not, and it's not humanly possible to sensitize everybody, because there are many things which are outsourced, like the buses, they're all on contract, and most of them have got no awareness about autism and such like areas. So I personally feel that you cannot be completely inclusive. You need to have some kind of a maybe a dress code or something like that, so that they can be differentiated, and or some very something which is not very glaring, which is not visible at all, so that people do understand that these people appropriately. Thank you.
Absolutely. We will come to that point. But my first question here is, and even before we move to the first question, all of my audience is going to ask, where is the woman force in here? But I think the gentlemen here are representing the woman force behind them. When we timed it, we had a lot of them trying to attend, but then their domestic issues kind of didn't let them appear here. But I'm so glad that we have these wonderful gentlemen who are a part of this forum today. So coming to the most important point, how has it been balancing your career and needs of special child? Many of you here mentioned that women force have been a great source of inspiration here, who have tried to manage the house. Mr. Ram, for you, I'm definitely missing Miss Akila, but I'm sure there has been a lot of contribution from both your sides. Both of you have done many sacrifices, right? How has it been for you? And what is the kind of balancing do you do? Is it always like a seesaw, or is it like seamless?
It's a roller coaster ride. When the diagnosis first came in, response to the diagnosis itself were two different. She went head on trying to figure out what autism is all about, and try to look at what are the services, how do we get forward, what is it? I mean, she was like that.
When
I
did you
was
first
on the other end.
diagnose?
He was formally diagnosed in 1993, but prior to that itself, we knew that there was something
How
amiss.
How old was your child?
So from then on, it's been, and I am a person, I take time. So it took me some time to digest and then come back to it. But by that time, she had gone pretty far ahead in getting into this whole thing. So it was like, I think, I mean, though formally we didn't have any agreement between us, like she was at the forefront with respect to autism. And I was trying very hard to hold my job because we needed the money. And that was also there. We were also working very hard on it. Is because there is, I wouldn't say, it took me some time to, whenever I would try to talk to them, that say that, okay, see, I have a child with autism, they would be sympathetic, no doubt, but it's going to come in the way of your career. And your promotion is at stake, and certain things are going go wrong. I mean, those kind of responses I have heard. And there have been times when I have to been in the IT industry, especially, where we had to keep abreast with all the latest technologies. Things are moving fast, all the skills. So if we don't upskill ourselves, we are lost in the market. And that means company can tell you that thank you for your services and say bye. So there were very, very hard decisions at certain points when I had to, choose the family over work. And also there have been decision times when I have chosen work over the family. Okay. And both sides, either ways, both the decisions have been tough. But I would say that when I chose family over work, I think I was far more mentally satisfied. Because, yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, what do we work for? We work for our family, right? So the money just comes in for that. And so that is what kept me going. But it has been balancing career and the family. In fact, there have been days when I don't know. I mean, there have been weekends which I don't think we've enjoyed the weekend, and there have been days when I would come back at about 8:30, 9, and then after that, there have been. I mean, it was very challenging. Nishant used to be Nishant, my son. He would be needing his time, and Akila would be needing some time of a little bit of respite, and I would try to give. And then again, in between, it'll get bogged down by some call or the other, and then it's a rough ride. That's
So
why I
I'm
said
going
it's a
to
roller
ask you a
coaster ride.
personal question because you said roller coaster. Has this
Uh-huh.
affected the spouse relationship some way or the other?
It did. We had reached a point where we were almost like it would have led to a separation if we hadn't worked on it, and we had to work towards it. And that's when both Akila sensed it, and I also felt that yes, I think we need to work as. So we had to go separately for counseling. I went for counseling for close to about a year plus, and then after that we did a program, and she participated in a program, and I also followed through in that particular program more for self development. And then we ultimately, I mean, not that autism has not disappeared. It is still there. Nishant is still has his own issues, everything else. But the way we are dealing with ourselves and between ourselves, I think that has changed. Yeah.
I'm going to jump to Mr. Major General Suresh. How has it been? Because the corporate, as from corporates, we are all different animals, right? How has it been for you being in the army background? How have you been able to manage things at home? You mentioned that your wife was working and till very recent past. So how has it been for you?
See, the army, we have one great thing about the army is that the support system is very, very good. So even if I'm not there, I mean at home, there is a support system which is there on which my wife can fall back upon. So that way, she was able to me being around physically. So that is a big plus point as far as the services is concerned. But then thing is that not knowing as to what exactly are the issues and subjecting him to a normal curriculum did lead us to a lot of issues because we were not able to really identify as to what exactly is the problem, what is the issue. And since the eldest, but we never put any pressure on him, but he himself used to inflict pressure or, but then we were quite happy with whatever he was doing. But since, as I said, he was on the spectrum and he was mildly so, or I can't say exactly at what level, how to place him at that as such, but he was able to manage his own affairs on his own. But yes, wearing shoes, etc., tying the shoelaces, etc., was always an issue. For which again, somebody is there to. My wife is to either help him or somebody will help him and tie the shoelaces. Be late. I mean, those issues are there. Of course, later on in life, I had to invariably go and meet the principal because he'll be outside the gate because he would have reached school late. So invariably, it used to be I used to reach office late because I have to first put him, into the school because invariably, he'll be late to school. He would have missed the bus and things like that. So those issues are there, and naturally, when you are reaching the office late and you are, asked by people who are themselves also not aware, they're not able to even understand. So it does, I mean, play on you. That
has there
yes.
been any emotional point when you have decided, no, I don't think I'm able to do it, right? I think that is enough. Has there been any point like that?
Well, we have not reached that kind of a point. Yes, but of late, yes, as you're getting older, and when you feel that you're effort, you feel, hey, what is this? I mean, is going on and on. These children pick up some other baggages also. They don't remain just autistic. Yes, they pick up other baggages, like they pick up OC, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Okay.
They have mood swings. They have mood swings. So as they grow older, the baggages keep increasing. Different baggages are there which keep increasing, and because they are not able to, they feel they're almost at par to their peer group, but they're not at par to their peer group. They don't realize as to what exactly is in them, and because of this OC and other issues, they are not able to perform exactly the way the others are able to perform. So they get into, you can say, depression or anxiety or whatever it is. So you have to handle all those issues also. Those issues sometimes become more pronounced. In fact, they become more challenging to handle. So that's why I say sometimes even normal people have such issues like anxiety and depression, etc. But then when they go to a counselor and the counselor speaks to them, they are able to understand and they are able to control their anxiety, control their depression. But these people are not able to control their anxiety. They're not able to control their depression because it is just this family of three people who have to manage. That is yourself, the mother, the father, and the individual.
Okay.
And the individual. Because if you talk about siblings, they have got their own life.
Yes.
And you cannot drag the siblings into the picture.
Right.
So though the sibling starts feeling at some point in time, look, I got to do something. So it's a very complex kind of a situation.
Absolutely. I'm going to jump to Mr. Sundararajan. You've been an entrepreneur. You've tried to balance it out as best as possible, right? But I'm going to ask you a very important question about Sangeeta. Sangeeta is your daughter, right? How has she been able to balance it out with her career and with you also being busy? How has it been at your household?
In fact, Sangeeta is a very major strength for me today. Because if you see, physically, my wife is in a very bad state of, she had a fracture in her leg and her movement is extremely restricted within the house. Now, being a non-verbal child, his various habits of his are absolutely varied. For example, he may not sleep for 2 days. Then he will sleep for almost 12 hours. So all these varied behavior of his. One of the behavior what he has got is he'll remove his shirt and throw it out of the window. Then when I'm talking too much, he'll take my mobile and throw it out of the window. So this frequency happens very, very continuously. It happens. For example, my apartment is located in first floor. Every half an hour he throws his shirt outside. And since he throws his shirt outside, we have made an arrangement with the security below to pick up and put it in a particular basket. So below the security people have got children, 2 children. Initially, it is a tough challenge, but now it has become a routine for them. They go there, pick up the clothes, they put it in the basket, they go about their own playing games as though it's a normal thing for them. And my son goes on doing his own thing. So we make it as the difficulty comes, I convert it. For my daughter, amidst all these things, she's completed her BSc, she completed her MSc, and further now she's preparing for a NET CSIR, she's preparing for GATE, and then she's preparing for TIFR, and then there's something called CHECK, they do online coaching with earn little money online itself for complicated problems presented to her. So she's participating in that and she's getting some money out of that every frequently.
All three of you have children who are who are also under the spectrum and who are normal, right?
Absolutely.
How does it happen, right? The kind of comparisons, how does it happen? I'm very curious to know the emotional decisions that you need to take trying to make that comparison, or how do you live that kind of scenario?
In fact, from my point of view, the maturity of these children are much more than any other normal sibling. That we are facing with the child, and
amazing.
They learn faster and then they adapt to the circumstances much faster. In fact, today, if you ask her to be without her brother, she will not be. She's so much attached.
Amazing.
And that is in one area concern for me, because tomorrow I had to get her married. I had to ask her to look after her life on her own. But many times she says that I cannot imagine my life without you people. So that has put me in a crisis situation. She's 25
but
now.
Doesn't it make you feel that assurance that beyond you there is somebody to take care of your child, isn't that future very positive?